I'm Mitch Lane, aka Meals by Mitch. I'm here with pockets of plates, and we're going to be finding useful ways to use your leftovers from Christmas dinner. And we're going to be doing something that I never ever thought I'd say: salt and pepper roast potatoes and parsnips. So I'll give you a quick run through the ingredients we'll be using. We've got 1 onion, 2 bell peppers, 3 spring onions, garlic. I mean, you measure the garlic with your heart. I'll probably use the entire bulb. As much or as little chilli as you can handle. A little bit of white pepper, salt, about half a teaspoon of Chinese 5-spice. A little bit of this really does go a long way. 2 to 3 tablespoons of veg oil, and your leftover roast potatoes and parsnips. Right, so we're just going to run through a little bit of the prep now, and the aim is to keep everything relatively chunky. I'm just going to top and tail the peppers, like so, and then you just carefully cut around the core, like this, and then what you'll be left with is just the bit you don't really want. And all we're going to do is just leave these quite chunky, chunks like this. Same again with the yellow pepper. We'll keep this quite chunky as well. Next up is the onion. Again, same again, we're going to top and tail. And we really want to keep this quite chunky as well. So, cut it in half. Same with the spring onions. Just going to run the knife through the greens. Very rough. And the finger chillies. Again, you use as little or as much as this as you like. Just going to finely slice these. I mean, if you're a bit of a nutcase and you love your spice, you can just put loads of this in, but we're going to leave it at 2 today. Just give the garlic a squash. Run your knife through it. Doesn't need to be too fine, just as long as you've got little chunks of it. That's everything prepped up now. Then we're going to go over to the hob and we're going to stir fry all this up and make it really nice. So I've got my wok on to an extremely high heat. And it's super important to have everything at your fingertips cooking this, because everything cooks so quick. So I'm going to start off by adding 2 to 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil, straight in, 1 onion, 2 peppers. That's the sound you want to hear, nice little sizzle. We've gone with 2 little finger chillies. But if you like it super spicy, of course you can add more in. Stir fry this for a little bit. Almost get like a nice char on the veggies. Add an entire bulb of garlic now, straight in there. Just give that another toss. About 30 seconds as soon as the garlic's gone in. Leftover roast potatoes, leftover parsnips, straight in. Generous pinch of salt in there. Generous pinch of white pepper. And about half teaspoon of 5-spice. A little bit of this really does go a long way, so don't be too generous with it. Give that another mix. Just enough for all those potatoes and those parsnips to take on all that flavour. And then finally, the very last thing, spring onions in. Let's give that one final toss, just to bring it all together. Right then, all done now, just ready to serve up. And just look at these colours. All the colours of the rainbow in there. It really is like a nice little creative way of using any leftover roasties, leftover parsnips you've got knocking about after Christmas Day. Garnish with a few more fresh spring onions, a bit more colour on there. And look at the state of that. Beautiful.